Thank you, Chief Justice. Just a few questions. I think this could go to, Mr. Orengo. You started us off with this elephant in the room, this 50% plus one. And I've read the submissions, I've read the affidavits. There is something still surrounding this question of voter turnout, the percentage. It's like the beginning of where the controversy is located. What is the relevance of the percentage of voter turnout to determining whether a candidate marshaled the magical number? And then back to Mr. Murgur, this staging. Again, I've been intrigued. I've been reading. If I understood you correctly, and if I understand the affidavits correctly, we are having this Form 34A. The original, which is filled, leaves the polling station to go to the National Talent Center by road, let's say, for ease of understanding. Its image leaves to go to the same destination, but this time by air. Somewhere along the line, in mid-air, the image is captured. And then all sorts of things are done before it is re-uploaded, which means, therefore, if you go to that captured image, which has been re-uploaded, you will find different content from what it had at the polling station. So to determine whether that has actually taken place, you would have to go now to the tallying center and locate that one that left by road and compare. Is it possible that that capturing in mid-air also somehow magically changes the content of the one that left by road? Okay, just because I just want to understand. Then let's get back to the 4 commissioners, because this is serious. We were informed by, I think this must have been Mr. Nyamodi, quite graphically, that the 4 commissioners were allocated roles other than those for which they were appointed as commissioners. Some were heads of protocol, I think others were media, welfare. Interesting stuff here, allocating such roles to commissioners. Why didn't they protest? Is this chairperson we are dealing with such a terror that nobody can face him and tell him you can't do this? Because now what we are hearing, these are serious disclosures. Because you can imagine I being, but because I was annoyed by, not annoyed, upset by my friend Willis for having tried to compare that way. So I'm just wondering, why is it that very serious Kenyans did not seize that chance and protest to the Kenyan people that what we are being given, the roles we are being assigned, have nothing to do with tallying and verification and carrying out our constitutional mandate. I think this is tied to my colleague here, is why to the tail end? Because I'm sure the voter out there also wants to know. So let me leave it at that.
Thank you, Honorable President. I have a few questions. And the first one would be would refer to the lead petitioner, or rather the main petitioner, the first petitioner, if I may say, in the lead file, which actually initially was petition number 5, E005, Raila Odinga and Martha Karua versus the respondents. And later on, after consolidation, it became the lead file and file number 1. I'm concerned with the reliefs that are sought, the alternative relief sought. The first relief relates to the issue of scrutiny, which is ongoing, and the issue of the threshold, constitutional threshold of 50 plus 1. And after the inquiry, you would like that after the scrutiny, election, and the inquiry on the election technology, all the claims which have been made, and that after there should be nullification of the results, and then an exercise of recount, and after the recount and tally, that the chair be directed to declare the petitioners as the petitioners, that's the two petitioners, Raila and Martha Karua, to be the successful, or to be the winners of the elections. That's one of the. So I was saying that we would like you to lay a basis, legal basis for this in your rejoinder. No remedy that has been pleaded is going to be taken casually. Every pleading, every relief that we have sought, we are taking it seriously as a court. Therefore, because you will not just do it cosmetically, you must be meaning it. So is this doable? Is this feasible in law and in all other practical ways? We want justification, and from, I think even suggestions were there in 2017, but now we are here. So I would like you to firm up that and give us, justify the legal basis, the constitutional basis of that, and whether lawfully, constitutionally, that is possible. Of course, we'll be coming to the issue of the capacity, after all the allegations, the capacity of that chair carrying out, to be in charge of the exercise of the next process, if you are successful. But before that, okay, there's the alternative that if that's not workable, then a fresh elections take place. Now, that's the problem I'm having is that, and if an election is to be ordered to be done now, yet one of the reliefs you're seeking is that the chair and substantially the commission, but effectively the chair, you want us to hold him or to declare that he is not fit to hold public office because of his malfeasance, because of his the illegalities, irregularities, even allegations of fraud that he is perpetrated, that is not fit to carry out that exercise, to be in charge of such elections. Our Constitution, I believe, has never contemplated and envisaged such a serious situation, such a lacuna. And you know, we are all peaceful, loving people. We believe in the rule of law. We believe in constitutionalism. How is that possible? What are your proposals practically on the ground? If suppose this was done, how do you want us to navigate and apply the law? Is that possible within the law? These are serious issues. These are serious remedies you're asking for. In the meantime, what is the de facto state? What is the status quo? Is that underpinned under the law? These are the questions that we would like to ask, because as you know, in Kenya we have never had a state of emergency, and we all never contemplated, and I don't wish to think about it. Finally, yeah, actually that is all, because the other questions have been asked quite exhaustively by my colleagues. Thank you.